Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you to watch the English Chinese news on Central Television channel of Oromia Province to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Liberation of the South and National Reunification Day, April 30th. A working delegation of Provincial Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and Vietnam Phalang Front Committee visited and presented gifts in Xuân Lộc District. Joining the delegation were representatives of provincial departments, agencies, mass organizations, and leaders of Xuân Lộc District People's Committee. Comrade Tai Bao, member of Provincial Party Standing Committee, chairman of Provincial People's Council, inquired about the health and lives of war invalids and resistant fighters infected with toxic chemicals. On behalf of provincial leaders, Comrade Tai Bao expressed gratitude for contributions of war invalids, sick soldiers, and resistant fighters infected with toxic chemicals in the course of national liberation, construction, and defense of fatherland. At the same time, I wish the war invalids, resistant fighters infected with toxic chemicals, and their families to always live happily and healthily and continue to contribute more to the development of the locality. Vietnam recorded $2.3 billion in private investment capital for innovation, dispersed through 141 deals in 2024. This shows that investor confidence is still maintained in the context of weakening global venture capital and private equity flows. To continue to attract this capital flow, Vietnam needs to further implement reforms in the capital market, legal framework for blockchain technology, and crypto assets. At the same time, strengthen the training of high-quality human resources to serve the development of science and technology, digital transformation, and innovation. According to General Statistics Office under Ministry of Finance, there are 43 localities with economic growth rates higher than national average. The five leading localities are Bắc Giang 13.82%, Hòa Bình 12.76%, Nam Định 11.86%, Đà Nẵng 11.36%, and Lai Châu 11.32%. All have one thing in common: industry is the main driver of growth. Thus, localities leading the country in terms of growth in the first quarter of 2025, such as Bắc Giang, Hòa Bình, Nam Định, Đà Nẵng, and Lai Châu, are not only prosper in terms of growth, but also development models, regional linkage cores, and pillars in the process of promoting national growth to achieve the target of 8% this year and reach double digits in the new era. Among total capital demand for the economy, the banking system accounts for more than half, 50.6%, followed by public investment capital, accounting for about 16.3%, and foreign direct investment capital (FDI) accounting for 15%. While the two main channels for providing medium and long-term capital are corporate bonds, which only contribute 10.9%, stock only contribute 3.3%. Therefore, experts emphasize the need to develop a more balanced financial market. Commercial banks are providing about 50.6% of total capital for the economy, but mainly provide short-term loans. Therefore, it's necessary to expand public investment or the corporate bond market, the stock market, to lead the medium and long-term capital for enterprises. Vietnam currently has about 2 to 3 million business leaders. The number of successful startups is increasing. The obsession with models that bloom and fade quickly is fading, thanks to new thinking and breakthroughs in the startup journey. Founded in 2015, AHA Move is an electric vehicle delivery application with more than 50,000 customers. The CEO of this application is Phạm Hữu Ngôn, a former senior engineer at Google. Mr. Phạm Hữu Ngôn said, "We are very proud to contribute to create jobs for tens of thousands of drivers and also train and support them to become people with certain professions, especially programmers." Statistics from National Innovation Center show that Vietnam ranks third in Southeast Asia in terms of number of startups, but 5 years from startup, 95 to 97% of businesses fail. However, among the approximately 3,800 startups currently operating, more and more businesses are appearing that are approaching the level of technology unicorns. He also said, the more pressure, the more motivation you need, because opportunities come from pressures. Know how to seize opportunities and know how to apply new business trends, especially technology. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Ước, founder of Akiko Sushi Biên Hòa restaurant in Đồng Nai province said, we must focus on training, especially cultural and professional training for employees, and at the same time, how to maintain credibility with customers. Because when customers need you the most, if you want to benefit but forget about customer benefits, it will be very difficult to succeed. Economic experts say that customer awareness and needs are changing very quickly. After the COVID-19 pandemic, it's a completely new society, especially in terms of consumption. So startups must always change to meet market needs. Cam Mai High School in Cam Mai District, Đồng Province, has effectively implemented a model of English instruction with native-speaking teachers, bringing positive changes in students' attitudes and language skills. 4 days per week, English classes at Cam Mai School are taught by foreign teachers. Đoàn Cao Nông, student of Cam Mai High School in Cam Mai District, Đồng Nai Province said, when learning English with foreigners, I am very excited because I like English. By communicating with foreigners, I can improve my level, expand my vocabulary, and learn more about dialects. Jaime, student at Cam Mai High School in Cam Mai District, Đồng Nai Province said, my school is in a remote area, so the opportunity to interact with foreigners is rare. This is a really special opportunity for us to gain experience and knowledge as well as to take the IELTS test. English lessons with foreign teachers focus on developing communication skill through listening practice, through images, group speaking practice, short presentations, and direct conversations with teachers. Ms. Hoàng Nguyễn Quỳnh Nguyên, principal of Cam Mai High School in Cam Mai District, Đồng Nai Province said, initially, the limitation encountered many difficulties. However, when creating consensus among parents and students, the school English teaching by foreign teachers is now very well organized. The implementation of this model not only contributes to improving the quality of foreign language teaching and learning, but also create conditions for students to practice necessary skills as English is becoming an increasingly popular and important language.